It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Trubisky will throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Trubisky. He is going to find Hill here. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, a run with Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Shotgun now for Carr. Complete to Jones. 19 yards there on the catch and run. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still...
Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Trubisky to throw, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now Trubisky on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Throwing on second down. Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Switch up, switch 29.
Carr now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's set a tone, fellas. 9. Check out 3. Check nickel. Right Monday down. 44 to Mike. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
White down. Deuce right T. 185.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Hey, 734.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
18.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
It's now 4th down.
Corey Vedvik now set to punt. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. Going for the deep ball. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Go Chiefs.
SOS.
Hey, 734. Shit. 22 jet bomber. Tighten up. White Monday.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Stays on his feet. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Trubisky to throw. There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
18.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. It's Hill, complete. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Let's go.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Hey, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And into the red zone now in Charles. They told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Carl Nassib. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coach.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Express. 93. 52. Loose right Chief. Hey, exit.
To throw again. Carr looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. Uses the spin. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And they're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Hill the intended receiver once again, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. And that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down.
At the 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to you. Check 9.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Flushed out right. Escaping. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
35 the mic. Check right. Single.
Now it's the backup Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Watch out.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Pick me up. Here we go. Move that down. Express. 694. $3.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They try again with Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And taken right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, Carr. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Trubisky. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Down. 180. Easy. Kill. General West. Tackle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They find some open field here. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there. Get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check. Alert. Behind.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now they try the right side here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raider D, they get the football back.
Stay with your man.
And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.